While you're watching this video, a tectonic shift is happening in the global economy. It's not the kind of thing you'll see in those sensationalist headlines about robots replacing factory workers. It's something much more subtle, much quieter, and for those who are paying attention, immensely profitable. We're living through what economists call the great efficiency gap. Most people look at artificial intelligence with a sense of dread. They fear for their job security, they worry about their skills becoming obsolete, and they dread a future where human labor loses its value. But there's a small group of professionals, people with full-time careers, who have stopped fearing the tool and started treating AI for what it actually is, a force multiplier for human capital. Right now, there are individuals bringing in an extra $1,000, $2,000, even $5,000 a month, without sacrificing their day jobs, without grinding 80 hours a week, and definitely without joining some get-rich-quick digital pyramid scheme. They're practicing what I call professional AI arbitrage. They've realized that the market still pays prices based on human speed, while they're delivering results at the speed of a machine. If you're tired of hearing empty promises about passive income that require you to build YouTube spam channels or sell low-quality ebooks that nobody actually reads, this video is for you. Today, we're going to dissect the anatomy of a high-level AI side hustle. I'm going to show you how to identify the right service, how to build your tech stack, and how to scale your earnings so that this money isn't just extra cash, but the very foundation of your financial freedom. Grab a coffee, grab a notebook, and let's dive into the math of the new economy. The biggest mistake the average worker makes when trying to earn extra money is thinking linearly. Most people think like this: if I make $40 an hour at my main job and I want to make another $1,000, I need to work another 25 hours. The problem is that after a 40 or 50-hour work week, your brain is fried. Your productivity tanks, your quality of life disappears, and the risk of burnout becomes a mathematical certainty. This is what I call the time trap. In the traditional economic model, time is your only inventory, and human inventory is finite. However, artificial intelligence has broken that correlation. For the first time in history, output, the final result, is no longer strictly tied to the input of time. Imagine you're a consultant who needs to analyze a 50-page contract. In the old world, that would take 3 hours of focused reading and note-taking. Today, with an advanced language model and the right prompts, you can extract the critical points, risks, and opportunities in less than 5 minutes, often with a level of precision that exceeds a tired human brain. The hidden problem is that most companies and clients haven't realized the magnitude of this speed shift yet. They're still budgeting projects based on historical effort. If a technical report is worth $500 because it used to take 2 days to write, and you can deliver it in 2 hours with superior quality using AI, you just hacked your hourly rate in a way that is both legal and ethical. You aren't deceiving anyone. You're selling the result, not your sweat. And this is exactly where the journey to $1,000 a month begins. To make a consistent $1,000 a month, you cannot be a generalist. If you offer AI writing services or image creation, you're going to be competing with millions of people on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork who are willing to work for pennies. That is a race to the bottom. To build a high-level side hustle, you need a niche with high added value and a low perception of automation. We're going to focus on 3 main pillars that companies are desperate to solve right now. First, technical documentation and compliance. Mid-sized companies in sectors like tech, healthcare, and finance need SOPs, standard operating procedures, privacy policies, and training guides. This is boring work. It's dense, it's tedious, and nobody wants to write it. Yet, it's essential for their operations. AI is brilliant at structuring technical information from raw meeting transcripts or messy notes. Second, content localization and cultural contextualization. We aren't talking about simple Google Translate here. We're talking about taking a blog post from an American company and adapting it for the Brazilian or European market, adjusting the tone, the idioms, and the cultural references. This requires a human touch to refine what the AI translates, and companies pay a premium for that quality bridge. Third, data analysis for small businesses. Thousands of e-commerce owners are sitting on mountains of sales data in Shopify, but have no idea what to do with it. You can use data analysis tools integrated into LLMs to upload anonymous spreadsheets, identify buying patterns, suggest products for upselling, and deliver a business intelligence report. A service that would take a junior analyst days now takes you minutes, and it's worth hundreds of dollars to the client. The secret here is what we call boring businesses. The more tedious the task is for the client, the more they're willing to pay for someone to solve it efficiently. Your goal isn't to be an artist, it's to be an operational friction solver. Don't make the mistake of thinking that free ChatGPT is the only tool you need. To charge consultant-level prices, you need professional-grade tools. Your ecosystem should consist of 3 layers. The first layer is the reasoning engine. Currently, Anthropic's Claude 3.5 Sonnet has proven superior to GPT 4.0 for creative writing and technical nuance. It has a less robotic tone and follows complex instructions with much higher fidelity. Switching between these 2 models ensures you always have the best perspective on a problem. The second layer is fact-checking. AI hallucinates. It's a fact of life. That's why you must integrate Perplexity AI into your workflow. Perplexity acts as an AI-powered search engine that cites real, up-to-date sources. If you're writing a financial or technical report, never rely solely on the model's internal memory. Use Perplexity to validate every statistic and every quote. The third layer is the human refinement. Use tools like Grammarly for grammatical precision and the Hemingway app to ensure your writing isn't too dense. But above all, apply the vocal scan technique. Read what the AI produced out loud. If it sounds like something a human would never say in a boardroom, edit it. The value you add is the final filter. It's the guarantee that the client won't receive a generic text, but a customized solution. Think of it like building a house. The AI is the excavator and the crane. They do the heavy lifting that would take months in just a few days. But you are still the architect and the foreman. Without your vision and supervision, the machines just create a pile of structured rubble. With your direction, they build a skyscraper. This is where most people fail. They set up an upward profile, send 10 generic proposals, get no response, and quit, saying the market is saturated. The market is saturated with mediocrity, not with professionals who actually solve problems. To hit that $1,000 a month mark, you need an active outreach strategy. Instead of waiting for clients to come to you, you go to them with an irresistible value proposition. Identify 20 companies on LinkedIn that are in a growth phase. Look at their content. Do they have an outdated blog? Are their user manuals poorly written? Send a personalized email to the operations or marketing manager. But don't say, I use AI to write. Say, I noticed your technical documentation could be optimized to increase user retention. I specialize in creating high-precision guides that reduce customer support load by up to 30%. See the difference? You aren't selling a tool, you're selling a financial result. When you speak the language of ROI, return on investment, price stops being a barrier. To hit the $1,000 goal, the math is simple and elegant. You can have 10 clients paying $100 for quick services, or you can have 2 retainer clients paying you $500 a month to manage all their documentation or data analysis. The second option is the path to a sustainable side hustle. With just 2 clients, you might spend 5 hours a week managing the AI workflow and delivering results. That is what we call efficiency of scale. Now let's talk about what actually matters, what you do with that extra $1,000. If you take that money and spend on liabilities, a new car, designer clothes, or expensive dinners, you're just making your golden cage bigger. You're still a slave to your time, just with nicer decorations. However, if you treat this side hustle as an investment machine, the magic of compound interest takes over. Let's be conservative. Let's say that after taxes and tool subscriptions, you're left with $700 net. If you invest that $700 every single month into an index fund tracking the S&P 500 with a historical average return of 10%, in 10 years, you'll have accumulated roughly $140,000. In 20 years, that number jumps to nearly $530,000. All of that coming from work you do in your spare time, using technology that didn't even exist a few years ago. An AI side hustle isn't just about the $1,000 today. It's about the capital that $1,000 buys for your future. It's about the peace of mind that comes from knowing that if your main job disappeared tomorrow, you already have a value generation infrastructure ready to be scaled. In the modern world, security doesn't come from a labor contract. It comes from your ability to generate value independently of who your boss is. A lot of people ask, but what happens when everyone starts using AI? Won't the price drop? The short answer is, yes, the price of mediocre work will drop to zero. And that is exactly why you need to start now. We are in the early adoption phase. Those who learn to master the workflow between humans and machines today are developing an intuition that will be impossible to replicate quickly in the future. You're learning how to speak to the machines, how to structure problems logically, and how to manage complex systems. 5 years from now, knowing how to use AI will be like knowing how to use Microsoft Word or email. It won't be a differentiator. It'll be the bare minimum requirement. Those who start now, who build their client base and refine their methods, will be at the top of the pyramid, managing AI teams or high-level consultancies, while everyone else is fighting for the scraps. Financial pragmatism requires you to look at reality as it is, not as you wish it were. And the reality is that AI is the single greatest transfer of wealth and productivity of our era. You can choose to be the one paying for that productivity or the one receiving it. We've reached the end of this video, but this should only be the beginning of your execution. Theory without action is just expensive entertainment. You now have the mental map. You understand time arbitrage. You know which niches to target. You know the tech stack, and you understand the math behind reinvestment. What separates the spectators from the achievers is the courage to start that first project. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your first AI-generated report won't be the best in the world, but it will be better than the report you never sent. If you value this kind of deep, pragmatic, unfiltered analysis of the world of finance and technology, consider subscribing and hitting those notifications. Our goal here is to turn the complexity of the financial market into actionable steps so you can build your freedom one brick or one prompt at a time. Leave a comment below and let me know which of those 3 areas, documentation, localization, or data analysis, makes the most sense for your current professional background. I read every comment, and they help shape the future of this channel. Thanks for investing your time with me today. Now, get out from in front of the screen and go build something. I'll see you in the next video.